Aye, shepherd's pie, greetings from the Philippines. Welcome back to the channel for a coffee and a chat, but no, not really. Gonna do something different today. I am gonna do a motorbike, scooter review, whatever you want to call it. It occurred to me just the other day. I get through my scooters, I seem to be changing them every week, so why not start doing some reviews? If this gets good feedback, I will do more, because the review I'm about to show you is for a Yamaha Fazio 2004 125 injection, but I've changed the bike, so I will do a review of this one. I am now back to my Honda Gravis, Mio Gravis, so if this video does well, I will do a review of the Gravis. So anyway, from the start, I'm no bike expert. I'm just an everyday Joe who uses a scooter to get around the Philippines. So this will be an honest take on my bike. We'll go outside, we will have a look at it. But you know, it's not going to be heavy on technical info. It's just going to be layman's terms, how I find it to ride, etc, etc. Anyway, let's have a look at the bike. Aye, shepherd's pie, greetings from the Philippines. Welcome back to the channel for a coffee and a chat, but no, not really. Gonna do something different today. I am gonna do a motorbike, scooter review, whatever you want to call it. It occurred to me just the other day. I get through my scooters, I seem to be changing them every week, so why not start doing some reviews? If this gets good feedback, I will do more, because the review I'm about to show you is for a Yamaha Fazio 2004 125 injection, but I've changed the bike, so I will do a review of this one. I am now back to my Honda Gravis, Mio Gravis, so if this video does well, I will do a review of the Gravis. So anyway, from the start, I'm no bike expert. I'm just an everyday Joe who uses a scooter to get around the Philippines. So this will be an honest take on my bike. We'll go outside, we will have a look at it. But you know, it's not going to be heavy on technical info. It's just going to be layman's terms, how I find it to ride, etc, etc. Anyway, let's have a look at the bike. So here she is in all her glory. They are a nice looking bike. Don't like the colour of this one, but as you can see, it's obviously been done to resemble a Lambretta or one of the old classic Vespas, something like that. And it is a nice looking bike. There is no doubt about that. It's a nice looking bike. But as I say, not the colour I would go for. The one we're going to get is going to be, I think it's an ivory white if we get it. Got a little plastic screen there. Not much point to it really, because if you're a man like me, you know, your head's well above it. But I suppose it looks alright. You've got a nice little front display there. They are nice lights. They are nice lights. One of the first drawbacks to riding it, I'll just get the old keys in the ignition here. To open the seat, you just click it, and the seat rises. You do not have a lot of space there. Getting a bit of rubbish out. You do not have a lot of space there at all. Can't even fit my rucksack in it with my laptop. But the reason it's so small, apparently, looking at the specs, is because you've got the fuel cap there. It's where the petrol goes in. So when you are at the petrol station, you have to get off the bike and raise the seat. Not on much space though, as I say. Of all the scooters I've driven over here, it is by far the smallest storage area. But what is a nice little touch, because I think they know they've got small space, you've got a couple of clips here, so you can clip your shopping in there and you can clip your shopping in there. And you have got a bigger foot area, so it works. I have driven back from the hypermarket with 2 full bags because it is a much bigger foot area than on the other bike. Certainly it's a bigger foot area than it is on the Yamaha Mio Gravis that I usually drive, but that's got a much bigger storage area and it's got a nice box on the back, so I don't have to worry about the foot area, or the footwell, whatever you call it. Right, let's have a look at the dashboard when we turn it on. It's nice classic design, but it's digital, which is nice. Got a nice little digital fuel gauge there. Ignore the warning light, that's on because the battery was flat. You don't usually have that. Nice little indicators. What I like about the indicators on here, I've had bikes in the past where you've got to really push them to switch the indicators off. This one comes off really easily. It's a nice switch. A little thing, but that's one of the features I do like about it. Always starts first time, or should always start. Now, how am I going to hold the battery, hold the brake and film at the same time? Hold on a second, here we go. That was a bit tricky. It's got a nice little roar to it. I say it's a nice panel, the lights are nice. It's in terms of aesthetics, it's a very, very nice bike. You got your horn there, you got your beams and lights there. Switch it off now, put the old footrest down. It is a nice bike in terms of looks, and it is a nice bike when you're out and about in town. It's got a bit of room to it. You put the accelerator down and you go. The main trouble with it, I found, is the suspension. It is awful. I've heard you can upgrade the suspension quite cheaply. Ellen has looked on a couple of sites and they've said you can get it tuned relatively cheaply, or you can get the suspension upgraded for 2,500. Excuse the roosters. They're playing. They always play up when I make a video. It rattles. It shakes. When you're going through Dumagetti on a quiet, on a flat road, it drives like a dream. You think I could get used to this, but as soon as you get up to even a slightly uneven surface, and I'm still talking about a straight road, it starts to shake, it starts to rattle up and down. When you go off track, like we have to our house, it is not a safe bike to ride. It is not a safe bike to ride. Don't like it at all. These roosters are trying to fuck my video up, aren't they? There you go. But it is a nice looking bike, and we are almost definitely going to end up buying one, or rather Ellen's going to buy one. Wouldn't be my choice. To me, the main problem is the suspension, and the bike is too light. Now, I'm not a technical person, so don't quote me on this, do your own research. But when I've done a bit of reading up on it, they say that it's got the same suspension as the Gravis has, and the same suspension as the Aerox, and the problem is that the bike is too light for that suspension, which is why I think you can get it tuned. Also in here, you've got a nice little box there which has got a charger for your mobile phone or whatever, which is another nice little touch. Haven't got that on my Gravis. That is, don't know what else to tell you really. We're probably going to buy one today. Ellen wants to get one, and the price is I think 93,000 pesos. But if we do buy it, I will make a video on that. But there she is. As I say, she's a nice looking bike. Not my choice of colour, but when I drove to Sideways the other night, all the Filipinos who work there were coming out looking at the bike saying it's lovely, oh this is a nice bike, and is it Italian? Which surprised me, because you see quite a lot of these about. I think they'd realise it was a Yamaha bike. But to be fair, I think Yamaha try and keep it quiet, because there's not a single thing on here that I can see that says Yamaha. Oh no, I tell a lie. You've got that little bit on the back. But they're obviously trying to give people the scope to pretend it's Italian. Well, there you go. This is, and this is nice. I don't know if this comes as standard, but you've got a little thing on the back where you can put your bags down and you know, if you want to have a little bit more space, tie something to that. To say, a nice looking bike. Is it practical? No, I don't think so. Not in the Philippines. You know, it's like a Lambretta. If you were driving around, you know, the streets of City Rome, it would be very nice. But off here, as I say, I'm really struggling once we get off road to just travel the 200-300 metres on the track it is to get to the house. It's not safe. It does not cope with it anywhere near as well as my Gravis did. I'd love to tell you more about the engine. I really don't know much about that kind of stuff. I'm no expert, so what I'll do is I'll pan the camera around, and if you know anything about bikes, you might know what you're looking at. Not sure how old this is. I've been told by the guy I rented it from, I've not got the paperwork at the moment, it's only a few months old. If it is, I'm not sure why you've got the rust, you know, on the breaker bits like that. But there you go, it's the Philippines. But yeah, I can't really tell you much else about it. I'm assuming, never used this before, but I'm assuming you can kickstart them if you, you know, if your automated startup doesn't work. But this is a Yamaha Fazio. There you go. So I'll end the video now. Well, there you go. That was the bike in all her glory. As I said, we're gonna get one. We went to look at some yesterday. Ellen will be buying one. She has her heart set on it, and the bike has grown on me a little bit, particularly the nice colours and that she's found, the one she likes in the shop. It's her bike, she's paying for it, so I have no say. I far prefer the Honda Gravis that I'm driving at the moment for a number of reasons, but I will probably do a review on my Gravis in the next week or so, if this video does anything in terms of views. If you're interested in this kind of thing, you like it, put it in the comments and I'll do more, because as I say, I tend to change my bike each month. But there you are. Hopefully you liked the video. If you did, hit the like button. Just one thing, it is very economical, that Fazio. It is an economical bike, I should have mentioned that. Bit more economical I've found than the Gravis, but not a lot in it, not a lot in it. Very cheap to fill your bike up here. I usually go in, give them 100 pesos. I'm about a quart for it. It fills it up. I think the most I've ever paid for the Gravis to fill it up from virtually empty was 170 pesos. I'm sure this one will be about the same. The Fazio's about the same. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you hadn't subscribed to the channel, it would be fantastic if you did. But whether you do, whether you don't, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay safe, be lucky.